order remote software suite. So the network publisher works with several files, what we call the order files, and also what we call the source folder. So I'll show you the example. For example, if you this is an example of actually network publisher order file. I can make it much larger. So the third-party data will just write this text to publish this. So they prepare this order file and maybe label and also the source file. So this will probably copying this file to the specific network publisher folder will start just copying this will start the publish. This is very easy.
It's like 在座有用过那个 network publisher 的，可以举手。就是你有用过的，那个应该知道，那不举手。那对我们的 network publisher 很熟，就是 network publisher 它其实是我们的整个软件里面的一个，以前是一个独立的应用程式，那现在已经内建在9.2的版本里头。那它的功能就是说，让你在跟第三方的软件在整合的时候，不用透过写程式去整合。你只要像刚刚就局，刚刚那个就局给我们看的那个文字档，帮他准备好，然后他就可以开始请我们的设备开始工作。所以那一些完全都是用批的也可以，然后你只要写得出来文字档，它就可以工作。所以对于一般的应用程式来说，它只要把准备要刻录的资料跟样板都准备好，然后它产生一个文字档，很简单几行字，告诉他说你要刻录的资料放在哪个资料夹，然后你要用的那个表面的那个 BTW 我们的 CD Designer 设计出来的那个样板在哪个档案，然后就存成一个档案，存到一个特定的资料夹去。那我们的系统它在监控这资料夹，只要产生这个档，它就开始工作。所以这个是对快速整合、快速的跟第三方的软件整合是很方便的做法。
So here is a network user, network publisher user up here. I think this is order budget is mostly the same. So for example, if you want to create some order file, you check the order file page. You can check what each value means and add something like this, and you can make the order file from this form. So the best profit of this network publisher is customer can implement our system without using our SDK. They just output our order file in this format. They just output it to the spec folder and copy the data to the source folder and prepare the label file. That's all. So the cost for developing the software is much lower than integrating our SDK, because our SDK is much more complex and we have to control everything.
所以这个软件的好处就是说，当然我们也会提供 SDK， 就是软件的 API 给客户，但是有时候客户他的案子是比较急的，或者他根本就没有他没有那个专业的可以写程式的人，那他就用这个 middleware 这个方式来处理，因为你要产生一个文件档比较简单，那你要叫他写程式抠我们那个 API 那些C++就比较困难。对，那这个案子在台湾有几个比较大的成功案例，像台北荣总，在医院就用这个整合，然后在警政署20台82的整合工作也是用这样去完成。
So, network publishers has I told the spec folder. It is in their share folder called rimage, and you can find the network folder. So you usually copy the order file to here. The order file is solved, and this production will start. That's very simple. Just copying this with the trigger to start the production.
You just use the job file, text file format job file to trigger the action of network publisher. The network publisher will monitor this folder. If there is any new job file comes in, then it just takes its job.
So maybe we can check. I think this source folder is in here. Yes, this is the buffer folder and what?
So it's easy to config. You just tell network publisher which folder to monitor. And this folder could be anywhere, even on the network driver.
Network location as well.
Network,
Network location as well.
You can use yes.
Like
can
an
use
app.
this.
But usually we use for a local folder for network published folder and source file. I mean, the data actually you're publishing usually in the remote folder.
I have a question. What is the web file format? NAP?
Pardon?
What's the file?
File format?
NWP.
You just drop the folder.
NWP file?
NAP.
It's just a text file.
INP is in process. We usually have some. We change how to say extension to NWP to INP, IN0, IN1, and if it finished, .don. Sometimes if it fails, ELL. It's according. The extension was renamed according to the status. So INP is during the process.
So NWP
NWP is always
the
fast. So
brand new project file. It's just text file. You can edit it and read it human readable.
if I copy this,
So the software will be the network share. So is it that it can work parallel? Like okay, the people they drop the ISO image to the image folder, and then they also submit the folder to the network publisher. So the rematch will work all of them
Yes.
in different ways.
it's solved like first in first out.
Okay.
So it's treat as it comes, one by one. At the first one, treat from the first one.
Will it remove the file as soon as it's done with it, or will it stay there?
Stay there. The source file will stay there, but the order file will be changed. Like because after this, I copied some. I change the INP because we don't have the source file. I will be so you can check the log, then you can find that there's no log or something. It's coming up.
You can treat it as a text more quick disk. Quick disk you have graphic interface, but this is just use text file to be the quick disk. Yeah.
Getting rid of the configuration.
So if you have trouble, you have to modify this inside and change the extension to NWP again. There was start solving on it. Can you change the NWP again? Oops, it's gone. This is the network publisher also start treating the order file again if it's renamed the NWP again.
It's working now?
No, it's not working because we don't have source file. We cannot print what's this because we have this. So I put the wrong order because I want to print out because we don't have any meeting. That's okay. So we can explain how it works. So if all the things fish, you can check from this log, that log. So you can check from here. If it is that, it's just that. But this is not a good order because we don't have source file. Also, we don't have label file. But it's gonna be easy to publish it just like this. This is what we call the network publisher.
In the next few days, maybe we can have some time to try them. Very easy.
It's very easy. Many people can do that because they just write down a test one and copy it forward. That's all. So if you have error, you can see from which key that what error is coming on. For example, if there is no source folder, maybe some of the label file, you can check it and fix it. So you just very easy. And anyway, we also have our 2 SDKs other than this Neva publisher, and this should be usually integrated with the third-party vendor software as a SDK. So one is what we call the Rapid API. This is a quite, much simpler API that integrates all features in each function. So this is for some simple one. And we also have the client API. This is a very this SDK provides a very quite primitive feature that controls orders. For example, up the gripper, sometimes open the tray, does everything. We can control from here. But this is much complex. We have to do everything from here. So this is what we call client API. So this is just information because I think you guys are going to treat this because it's up to something development. It's just a kind of introduction. We have nothing to do with this.
Most of our customers are using Rapid API.
Sometimes. But this is both.
Low level, right?
Yes, but I think mostly use Neva publisher. That's a low
Neva publisher.
It can be called SDK, but it's kind of something what we call how to say printing, like a printing agent.
How is the compatibility for our new RSS to the old API? If customer using old version API, but
we have to recompile because the latest 9.2 version API supports 64-bit environment, so we have to recompile it again. Mostly the same. We have the lower compatibility, but we have to compile it again for the environment.
Their application still can work well.
Also, it can be compiled, but we have to select the environment. Whichever
we need to recompile.
We have to compile the software again, compile the source code again for the environment, like 32 bits or 64 bits. It's different. So we have to do that again. But if it was done, it works well. So this coding is for programmers. So it's just a feature.
就是我们已经有一些客户，像在香港，或者我们自己的软件也是用旧版的那个 SDK 开发的。那现在有新的 RSS 现在到9.2.421，但是也有新的 SDK 出来，新的版本的 SDK 出来，但是如果客户他用的那个 feature， 他并没有要用到新版的 SDK 的功能，所以他的程式是不用改的，他可以直接在那个我们新的跟我们新的 RSS 来工作，对。那除非他想用在新的 API 提供的一些新的 feature， 他才需要再重新 build， 对，重新拿我们的新的 API 去再 build 一次，对。
So I think there's some SDKs here. Oh, I bounced it. I got some help. So I'm continuing on. So we also have help. The SDKs provided by the eStore, and we give the sample program and also this our SDK. And most of these have files, but it's too small. So you can check what classes are there, what classes are there, what can they do. So it's everything in here. So if you like to make your own stuff, you can refer to this. And this SD can be provided for free. We give any customer who wants this. Also, the publisher, we don't charge anything. We give the customer for free. Anyway, 9.2 includes the publisher feature. That's okay.
对，就是它API 跟 access 这些，只要是有我们系统的，都是免费提供，那免费更新。但是，在有维护合约的区域，就是它如果它过了保护期，然后它希望能够跟着我们的 access 的版本一直更新的话，那像这样的客户是需要在软件更新上付点钱，对，就是年费。
That's it. So that's what about our SDKs. Do you have any questions? It's hard to ask something. I understand.
We have any
I think that's what I want to talk to.
Huh? Maybe we can practice how to do we can do a simple integration. I'll just examples.
Okay, so maybe we can make some, publisher we can do something. So we make some orders. I think this should be, what can we make this?
You have merge file?
I'll make it.
You make it.
I'll make some.
And George, you want to do some example for our network publisher?
But I have to
Demonstration.
write that something.
Yeah. Because sometimes if you have this middleware, and then there's some project you need you to do some quick integration, then you don't have to write any program. You just use this to test if they can integrate. Actually, our system just take this text file and translate it into XML file sent to our messaging server. Then the messaging server will get the job submitted. Then it just did the same thing, just click this do.
So I think it's a production goes well, that's fine, but I need to test it.
所以这个你们如果在做一些专案的时候啊，他如果需要整合，就是说对方已经有一套系统了，那我们的系统是要连进去，要放进去它的系统，所以你在整的时候，通常你就会想的是说要写程式，你要写程式，你就第一个人就想到要花钱 outsourcing 或者要找人找 software engineer，这些都会变成你的心理负担。但你只要会做这个，你大概就可以做初阶的整合，因为你就告诉客户说，你想客户的东西是什么，你问他，然后请他的程式最后长一个这个档案出来，那就整起来了，对，因为这个档案最短就6、7行，对。所以几乎你在 QuickList 里面会下到的参数，这个档案都可以指定。比如我们在用那个 Prism 它有雷射定位头，它有时候是已经印好的光盘，还有转角度嘛。那你在这个档案，你可以指定它说你要转几度，它也会转，对。
So some error comes up and I have to check it. up because we have network connection here, so I have to check. I have to change it. I got problem.